Namaste, welcome back. Today is Gita Jayanti, and I felt like I wanted to talk about one of my most favorite Gita shlok or verse or mantra. And it's not as popular as other ones. Of course, entire Gita ji is full of knowledge of life and universe and humanity. And there is so much to learn, and I'm still learning. But this one shlok that every time I read or I try to sing it or say it just gives me so much peace and positivity and confidence and give me inspiration, motivation to be a better human being. This makes me feel very loved and very respected and as a human. And I feel like it increases the life, the human life value for me. And that's why I wanted to share this shlok with you. So what happened about more than 5,000 years ago? There was a big war. We call it Mahabharata war. Means Maha means huge, big, and Bharat is India's name. So, but at that time, India was way bigger than what is India right now. That was kind of like a world war. It was between the cousins for kingdom. So it was not only about the kingdom, it was more about dharma. What is happening is that Arjun, who is the prince and who is the main warrior of this war, he's towards the side of dharma, and he needs the opposite side has his cousins, his guru means his teacher who taught everything that he knew about warfare, then his elderly, his grandpa, and so many people, his relatives are on the other side. This war happened because the other side was adharma, means they were not righteous people and they wanted to just use kingdom as a power, whereas Arjun's side has wanted to do things for humanity, things, good things for the people of that kingdom, and that's why he was on the dharma side. While this war is happening, Arjun is having doubts. He does not want to fight his own people. He's like, I don't want the kingdom. I don't want anything. I know we are fighting for the righteousness, but I just don't want to fight. I don't want to kill my own people. It's just not right. At that time, Shri Krishna tells him everything. And that is what Gita is. So, in that, it starts with clearing his doubts about dharma and his karma and all of this, and it goes beyond that slowly, and it goes to what is the purpose of life and what is universe and all these things. Actually, Arjun asks several questions, so it's all about question answer. Like Arjun asks, what is equanimous mind, what are the different types of yoga and all these things. So it's not only about the war, it's much more than that. It's all about human life, purpose of human life, all about spirituality and all of these things. So that's why Bhagavad Gita is very favorite book of philosophers, scientists, yogis, and even regular people like us. We all can relate to Bhagavad Gita. I want to just share one quote of Albert Einstein, who is the most important scientist of modern era. He said that I have made the Bhagavad Gita as the source of my inspiration and guide for the purpose of scientific investigations and formation of my theories. There are so many quotes like this you can find about very well-known figures of the world, not only from India, but of the entire world talking about Bhagavad Gita. So we can all relate to the importance of it. Adhyay 18 or chapter number 18, and shlok number is 63, and that's one of my favorite shlok. So let me tell you what it is. Iti te jnanmakyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrusheta dasheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. What it means is, here I have told you everything you need to know about the universe, the truth, the ultimate truth, the knowledge that is so divine and at the same time so secret. Nobody else knows this knowledge. I gave you all the knowledge that I knew. I give you everything. Guhyat Guhyataram means secrets of the secrets. I told you all of that. Now you think over it thoroughly, and yathichasi tathakuru means do as you please. Now, this is the most important sentence, in my opinion, because he's God himself. He has told Arjun that he is the God himself, he is the universe himself. And he even showed Arjun the Vishwarup Darshan, means he showed that he is the universe. Okay. So after that, he is having this much positivity, this much trust, this much compassion and kindness and love and respect towards Arjun, who represents humans. Arjun is not just Arjun, he is representing us. So at the end of it, he says to Arjun that you think through it and then you make the decision. Now, let me give you an example. We being parents, right? We are teaching something to our kids and we are like, we spend some time teaching them something and they are having some fears and you teach them everything and they ask you a question, you patiently give all the answers. And then you tell them that, okay, now think over it and do the right thing. That would be great parenting. But do we have that much patience to do that? Do we have that much trust to do that? Most of the times we do that sometimes, and that's a very good parenting. And that would be the way to go. But sometimes we'll be like, okay, I told you everything, now just do it, right? We will not be giving this choice and giving this empowerment, and that would be a better way to do it. So this shlok does not only give me lots of like gives me comfort of having that much respect from God himself towards the human intelligence, like he has given us this intelligence, but also it gives me a way of parenting. Actually, it gives me that this is how a good leader should be, or this is how a good parent should be. This not only gives me that how great or amazing Shri Krishna is, but it gives me inspiration to how I can be better leader or better when teacher or better parent for that matter. So that's why I love this, and it just takes out the compulsion, takes out the enforcing anything. How truly liberating or freeing this is. Real freedom has been given here. I feel so much gratitude, and it's very comforting and it's very empowering. We want to make a right decision because somebody has so much trust in us. Somebody who is the Almighty, who is the universe himself, has trust in us. So that's very, very beautiful. Really, everybody needs to know this, no matter what your age is. We have this notion that you want to be spiritual after a certain age. Of course, after a certain age, you should be even more spiritual. But if you are spiritual, or if you are knowing all these things from the beginning, just imagine how much confident you would be in your younger days. You will feel like you can do anything with this kind of confidence and positivity and inspiration. So that's why I feel like we need to start reading Gita or start talking about Gita from early ages. I feel like what I have been through, I have made an entire video on it, how meditation helped me or saved my life. This kind of stuff, this kind of confidence, this kind of positivity also helps you in your day-to-day life. It also helps you to tackle situations in much calmly and positive manner. And overall, this is kind of, they say, manual for life. And I truly believe it. When I was little, and when everybody would say that Gita has all the answers of all the problems in the world, I would be like, huh, how can that be? But when I read this, I'm like, okay, it just blows my mind that this is like all the secrets are here. And it's just, we have to open it and read it. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found something useful out of it. I hope it inspired you. So thank you so much. Let me know in the comment. Do you know about this verse? Did you know about this shlok? And which one is your favorite? Is this your favorite too? Let me know in the comment. I love to know that. And which one is your favorite one? Is it Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya, Glanirvati Bharata, or is it Karmani Vadikaraste? Which one is your favorite shlok, and which one gives you inspiration in your life and motivation? Of course, there are so many things and so much to talk about Bhagavad Gita, and everybody is talking about it. I'm not an expert, but as a regular person, this gives me so much hope and positivity and confidence, and just makes me feel loved and respected. Is the most beautiful feeling. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much. See you next time. Namaste.